Senate leaders have released a bipartisan bill aimed at reducing illegal border crossing while providing $118 billion in funds to Ukraine, Israel, Taiwan, and U.S. borders changes. The bill establishes a new asylum process, sets higher standards for asylum claims, and limits the number of immigrants claiming asylum to prevent system overload. I've seen enough. This bill is even worse than we expected and won't come close to ending the border catastrophe, said Speaker Mike Johnson. President Biden supports the bill, calling the immigration provision the toughest and fairest set of border reforms in decades. The legislation aims to end catch and release with a new process for rapid migrant processing and heightened screening. It allows for immediate deportations for those who don't qualify for asylum, alongside temporary shutdown powers if daily crossing exceed certain thresholds. Here's what I want you to be thinking about. How much money did we just say? $118 billion. $118 billion, okay? Out of the $118 billion, I want to ask the audience, okay? Out of the $118 billion, how much of it do you think is being used for the border? How much of it do you think is being used for Ukraine? Okay, I want you to think about it. I hope that's not being shown yet. What portion of that money you think is being used? Do you know the number, Adam?
I don't know.
So what portion of the 118 do you think is being used for the border? What percentage do you think is being used for Ukraine?
So it's 118 between Ukraine, Israel, Taiwan, and the U.S. border. You want to know the percentage that is going to Ukraine?
Maybe give the dollar amount. You got $118 billion. How much of it is going to the border? Because it's called the border bill.
Our border.
I would say $10 billion to the border, and I would say probably $75 billion to Ukraine.
You're close. The number is $20 billion goes to the border.
Okay.
$60 billion goes to Ukraine.
Makes sense.
$14.1 billion for Israeli security assistance, and about $20 billion to the new border policy. It includes $2.4 billion for operations in Red Sea, where Houthis rebel in Yemen have launched attacks